Hey everybody, this video is about the quantum field, and why it's important for us to know about it when we're doing this work and when we're learning to create. So I'm going to share my screen. This talk is about, in part, a very famous experiment called the double slit experiment, done back in the early 1800s, that brought scientists to observe the waveform and particles of atoms going from a wave to a particle. It's super fascinating. It really excites me, and it's very relevant to everything that we're doing and in what we create and how we are. So let me share my screen and get this up. There we go. Glasses. So I'm going to read through this with you. If you're in the program and have the attachments, it's there. But this is really exciting, guys. This is just really exciting. So the science of quantum physics in the unified field, superconscious field theory, is finally catching up to what's been known for thousands of years, as we are far more than our physical body. Einstein said, energy is all there is. Let me move that. As you may remember from science class, humans and all of our physical reality is made up of atoms. On the very basic level, we're atoms. Atoms are so small we can't predict their behavior using classic physics because of quantum effects. So the Newtonian theory of physics doesn't work with these particles. Here's the exciting part. Atoms are 99.999999% space. They are energy. They're pure energy. And this experiment proved an atom doesn't even exist as we know it until it's observed. The atom is in a state of unlimited possible variations. It's only when it's observed, or we try to measure it, that everything inside the atom assumes a fixed orbit. Before that moment, it's a probability cloud. All of the possible orbits it could be. The information is made up of light, frequency, and energy. So think about this. This is why it's important and why I get excited. We are made up of the matter that is a cloud of possibility and unlimited potential. Guys, on a subatomic level, we are atoms. We are pure energy, which means we are pure potential and possibility that gets observed into a particle, into this body, into this psyche, into this what we are, this human. So at a subatomic level, you are energy that exists in a field of possibilities, and you stay that way until the act of observation or measurement from consciousness collapses it from a waveform to a measurable particle, which is this. You are the wave of possibilities that has collapsed into a certain set of information. We have the ability to change. We can change the observation. This excites me so much. It depends on your ability to maintain focused attention. So here was a little picture of the experiment. Again, tons online about this. So where's your focus? What are you creating? What are you observing into being right now? Think about that. So what they did was, it was an experiment done by the British physicist Thomas Young in the early 1800s. I actually think it was like 1801. He shot a light beam the width of a single photon at a wall with two slits in it. He was surprised to find that when he measured the experiment, the photons behaved differently. So when he was measuring them or observing them, I don't have a separate picture, when they shot through these two slits, they behaved how you think it would be. There were just two lines on this screen, just two, just like it would have behaved like a particle. You shoot them through here, they make two lines. But when he wasn't observing it anymore, it behaved like a wave. When it was no longer being observed or measured, it produced patterns that were like a wave. So the act of observation caused the photons to behave differently than they did when no one was watching them. So in 1927, two American physicists expanded on Young's experiment and showed that electrons exhibited the same behavior, and then it was extended to atoms and molecules. And since then, this has been studied and studied and studied, and I don't know the year, but later researchers at Princeton University used subjects who had experienced maintaining focused intention and meditation. They actually used some subjects from HeartMath Institute. If you haven't ever looked at that, HeartMath Institute, you can look it up online. Amazing foundation. I am a member. I've studied their work. It's about heart and brain coherence and what that does for us. Anyway, what they found was even an additional stunning. They found that when these practiced meditators, people who were really experienced on maintaining a focus, a very specific focus, they found that it had, with an intention, it had a significant effect on collapsing the wave function. So when the scientist or the observer, the meditators, what they observed offered the reality of the outcome, even though the previous unobserved outcome was different. In other words, what they observed created the reality at the time of observation. So they had these meditators having a certain intention, and that intention influenced how these atoms behaved. Think about that. That's what we're made of. Focus, intention, meditation. We can change. We can physically change. Okay, so aren't we consciously observing? Couldn't we change the observation and visualization of our structure and change our reality? Yes, we can. When we close our eyes in meditation and focus on the infinite, focus on the consciousness, become no thing, no time, no body, just go into that pure spaciousness and innocence. And in this program, I have a meditation and anchoring thing to go into innocence and learn to take yourself there. We're putting our attention on energy, information, and possibility. This is where all potential and possibility exists. This is where that divine, loving intelligence that organizes all of matter, all of life is. Its very nature is to create and restore balance and order. You guys that know me so far, have seen me in my practice, you know what I always say. There's always a divine intelligence at work, always. Always. So why is this important? And how can it be linked to something you want to create in your life? Why is it important? Why do I want you to know this? The power of observation offers the reality created. So if you can picture a desired outcome, like these choices, and think, act, and speak accordingly, in other words, observe and acknowledge it in all ways. And here's the key, what I keep saying, as you actually have it. You have to be it now. You have to become it. You have to feel that. Then your vibrational frequency will manifest that reality. Because everything has a vibration. What you want to attract has a vibrational frequency. Everything in your body has a vibrational frequency. They can measure that now. Every organ has a different frequency. The chakras have a frequency. The meridians have a frequency. Your brain, your heart, everything has a frequency. When you can match, like you actually have it now, and be in that frequency, you can't help but attract it to yourself. Yeah? So that's why this makes sense. It will become physical in your reality. It first requires your belief, your attention, and your focus as the observer. Remember that you are the observer creating your life. You are the observer that can change your reality, because we're made up of pure light, of pure energy and frequency. So then what happens? Coincidences and synchronicities, they could be people, opportunities, and experience that come into your life. They're actually caused by you. And they're being drawn across your path to support you in making your desired outcome a reality. However, if you're not in alignment with this reality, and a synchronicity comes along, it's not going to mean anything to you. You won't even notice it. It'll pass you by and you'll think nothing happened, or you won't realize it. You won't take it for the synchronicity, you know, or the of what it was. Actually, I don't even like the word coincidences. I think there are no coincidences. I think it's all synchronicities. So I could talk about this for hours and hours and hours. This is a super short version. I would just say this is why it's so important. It's really important to realize that even in science, they know that atoms are observed into reality, and we are the observer of our reality. So I'm going to stop the screen share. Can you tell I'm a little bit passionate about this? You know, when I work with someone in my office doing biodynamic cranial sacral therapy, I am really holding their system in that infinite field of true health, of possibility and probability. And when I do that, the reason I notice what I notice is because then things that aren't in alignment with that sort of separate and pop up, and I'll say, oh, what happened there? Or we need to work here. And you guys know how that works when you see me. But that's what it is. It's working with this intelligence that's always there, that organizes all of life. And then being in your own observation, where are your thoughts? Where is your focus? What are you observing right now into your reality? You create what you focus on. Okay, you can tell I'm passionate and excited about this, but this is short and sweet. Again, look it up more on your own. If you want, there's some really cute videos on YouTube. There's all kinds of writing about this stuff. You can look up all the experiments, and if you're curious about it, there's tons of stuff there, but I'm excited about this always. It changed my world a long, long time ago when I first learned about it. It just changed how I looked at the world and how I looked at health and healing and how we manifest in life. And anyway, so I hope you liked it. This is a quick one, and I will see you again soon. Love you all.